Go ahead and close your eyes. And feel this moment. The spaces around you. The air on your skin. The textures underneath your legs. The vibrations of the earth. The movement of the garden. Because yes, we live in a garden. Take a deep inhale. And a soft exhale. And one more time, take another deep inhale, but this time follow it as it goes down to the sides of the pelvis and up all the way to the cave of your skull. And exhale, let it wash you as it runs through your skin. Feel. Now take another deep inhale and follow it as it goes down to the sides of the pelvis and up in opposite direction towards the cave of your skull, and hold the air there. Take another sip of breath, and another one, and another one, and hold the air and feel as it expands, almost like you're picturing the air running through the jungle, through the garden, in the cave of your skull. Take another sip and exhale all out. Breathe naturally and allow yourself to feel this moment and these sensations. And one more time, take another deep inhale. Feel it as it goes down to the sides of the pelvis and it climbs up to the cave of your skull, and hold the air there one more time. And even here, soften your shoulders. Sip another bit of breath. And another one. And another sip of breath. And hold the air. And even there, behind closed eyes, look up softly. Take one more sip. And exhale all out. Breathe naturally. Let the experience expand. Now bring, with eyes softly open. So softly open your eyes, almost like you're gazing through them. Bring a soft fist, a hollow fist, to your left collarbone and begin to explore it with your finger knuckles behind the collarbone and in front of it. And even on the valley that is formed behind the collarbone. And try to go deeper. So put a little bit more pressure on something beyond your own skin. And with your closed fist, 5 taps. Bring your hand down to your thigh. Let that experience expand. Now travel with your left hand, closed fist, hollow fist, to your right collarbone. Explore it in front, below, and behind it. Begin softly and go deeper. Explore the valley. And with a heavy hand, 5 taps with your fist. Breathe. Now both hands at the same time, right behind the corner of your jaw and in front of the muscle that comes down on both sides of your neck. Explore. Almost as you were making a hole in the ground, but with your fist. Imagine there's sand and you're removing it. Go deeper. Both hands at the same time. And 5 taps or slaps. Bring your hands down. Now travel with your right hand right above your armpit. Explore with your finger knuckles. Maybe draw little circles. One direction and the other one. And tap it with your fist 5 times. And travel with your left hand now, closed fist, right above your right armpit. Soft at the beginning. Go deeper. 5 hits. Bring your hands, both hands, to the middle of your chest, your sternum. Explore it with your finger knuckles. And even below the collarbones. Now travel only with your right hand through the middle of your chest, below your xiphoid, the end of your sternum, down to the middle point between belly button and the end of your sternum. Stop there. Feel it first. Soften your belly and begin to rub with your finger knuckles. Go a little deeper. And 5 times. Bring your legs in front of you. Soften your legs. Rotate them internally. And find that place where your thighs meet your hips. And begin to explore around that area with your finger knuckles. Go deeper. And 5 times. Bend your knees. Touch the ground with your feet. And find that pocket underneath your knees. Explore with your finger knuckles. And go a little deeper. More towards your hamstrings rather than your gastrocnemius. And 5 times. Now bring your legs in front of you again and place the soles of your feet together. Hollow fist. Explore right below your ankles and right behind it, your Achilles tendon. Go a little deeper. And 5 times. Cross your legs. Close your eyes. Breathe. And keep traveling deeper. Now bring your hands to the sides as a T. Keep breathing deep to the sides of the pelvis. You can keep your fist closed at the beginning. And as you keep breathing deep to the sides of the pelvis, begin to open your palms. Expand your fingers all the way, almost like you're trying to reach the walls on the sides. Keep breathing deep. Expand your hands and your arms as much as you can. Now close your fist, but leave your index finger out. Keep reaching with your index fingers. Now try to bring the attention, bring your consciousness only to your right finger. Take a deep inhale. Imagine that you can reach the wall with just your right index finger. And as you exhale softly, bring your consciousness to your left side, left index finger. Deep inhale. And try to reach your left wall. And as you exhale, bring it to the other side, right side. This time, as you reach with your right index finger, tilt your head towards the left side, opposite side. Just a little bit. And connect with the expansion of your tissues on top of your shoulder, your neck, and your arm. Deep inhale here. And as you exhale, switch. Bring the consciousness to your left index finger. Head tilts to the right side. Keep breathing down to the sides of the pelvis. And exhale, bring your hands softly back to your thighs. Breathe and feel the difference. Now place your hands on the ground, baby hands. So place your hands on the pinky moon of your hands, so the pressure is mostly there. And there's a little bit of it in the inner part of your hands, an inner cave. So a little bit of a lift. Feel the ground. Walk your hands a little bit further forward. Tilt your spine towards the ground. Deep breath here. Now walk your hands further forward and go into your all fours. And back into your knees. Tuck your toes under. Deep breath. Now bring your pelvis forward, but begin to bring your consciousness to your sitting bones. And imagine that they're pulling back as you try to push with your pelvis forward. So find that resistance of your sitting bones pulling back even as you pull forward. As you push forward with your pelvis, and soften your hands in front of you. So zombie hands or goblin hands, soft hands in front of you. So as you feel that softness in your hands, connected with the soft elbows and soft shoulders, soft neck. Imagine that there's a triangle in the front of your pelvis. Connect with that triangle, and as you take a deep inhale, bring it up as you're pulling it behind your ribs. Find a little bit of a bounce here. Connect with your collarbone triangle. So instead of staying down here, try to bring your collarbones towards the sky. Imagine that triangle pointing to the sky, and your sternum triangle. So right below your ribs, from the middle of your sternum towards the sides of your ribs, there's another triangle, the sternum triangle. Keep it there. So almost like you're holding your heart with it. Float your arms in front of you and bounce here. Keep those connections. Now, take a deep inhale and imagine that the front of your belly can grow even longer. And as you do this, keep the connections with the triangles and begin to tilt your spine to the back. So lean back a little bit, but try to keep the connection also with your sitting bones pulling back. And find a little bit of a bounce here. Deep core activation, long belly. Now take a deep inhale. Push forward. Even here, keep the connection with sitting bones pulling back. Open the wings and fly. As you exhale, bring your hands back in front of your chest. Sitting bones back closer to your ankles. Lean back a little bit. Keep the connections with the triangles. Find a little bit of a bounce here. Take another deep inhale. Push forward with your pelvis. Sitting bones pulling back in opposite directions. Find the tension. Open the wings and fly. Exhale. Back, sitting bones closer to ankles. Bounce a little bit here. Deep breath to the sides of the pelvis. So imagine you can bring your breath to the sides of the pelvis instead of only your belly pushing forward. Imagine that your diaphragm is expanding the energy all the way down to your legs and all the way up to your head. Expanding your bones, resetting your bones. Take a deep inhale, push forward, sitting bones pull back. Open the wings and fly. Exhale, hands on the ground. All fours. Move side to side. Bend your elbows and bring your hands a little bit further forward so they're not directly underneath your shoulders. Connect with the triangles one more time and imagine that you can bring your lower pelvis, the lower part of your front pelvis, towards the back of your ribs, the back of your heart. Baby hands. Bend your elbows and breathe here. Take a deep inhale. And on the next exhale, come closer to the ground, so bend your elbows a little bit more, but make this movement come from your breathing rather than muscle. And on your next inhale, use your inner balloon, the expansion of your diaphragm, to push your spine towards the sky as you inhale deeply. And as you exhale, come back closer to the ground, bending your elbows, sitting bones going back. And one more time, take a deep inhale, inflate your inner balloon, push your spine towards the sky. And exhale, come closer to the ground. Keep going at your own rhythm, using your breathing as your only guide. Feel the push of your breath So as you exhale, you come down. So if you're watching Yana doing it, she waits for the breath. When the breath comes, then the movement comes. So try to use as much breath as you can and less muscles. And as she exhales, her spine goes down. Even here, her sitting bones are activated. Keep connection with your triangles. Now on your next exhale, bring your sitting bones closer to your ankles. And wait for the breath. Take a deep inhale. Push your inner balloon towards your spine towards the sky. Move forward and up. And as you exhale, bring your sitting bones back. This doesn't have to be a big movement. It can be really soft, really short. But try to make it from your breath. And even invite your neck and your head to express themselves. And eventually, on one of your exhales, separate your knees from the ground, sitting bones back and hips up, downward facing dog. Move on your downward facing dog, exploring side to side with your hips. Bend your knees. So it's a generous bend. Pedal your feet, bending one knee, then the other one. Take a deep inhale and walk towards your hands. Exhale. Forward fold. Sitting bones pulling back. Imagine that every breath is bringing energy from the earth. So find the inner fountain, bringing that energy through your inner legs, the inner seam of your legs, the inseam of your legs. Take a deep inhale here and a soft exhale. On your next inhale, imagine that energy coming from the earth, passing through your pelvis, bringing it up to your upper body, and fly your arms. Soft flight. Imagine there's a parachute underneath your armpits. Exhale, forward fold. One more time, deep inhale, inflate. Soft flight. Exhale, hands down. Sitting bones pulling back even here. Knees are bent. Deep inhale, fly. Exhale down. This time, take a deep inhale and bring your hands all the way up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring them on the side. Close your eyes and feel.
Feel the energy of the earth through the soles of your feet. Finding your soft knees. Keeping your low belly gently drawn towards the back of your heart. Now inhale. Inflate your arms up towards the sky, find length. Exhale, closing at your hips. Bend your knees and fold. Finding that inner fountain running up the inseam of your legs. With your next inhale, allow it to expand and inflate your upper body and fly. Soft, gentle opening. Exhale, fold. Waiting for your inhale, let it run up the inseam of your legs and inflate yourself halfway. Exhale. Place your hands down onto the ground. Step your feet back into downward facing dog. Inhale, breathe yourself forward into plank. Finding a soft plank here. Keeping your neutral curve of your spine. Finding a soft bend in your knees. Staying connected to the pinky moon, the outer border of your hands, running up to the outer border of your shoulder blades. Allow yourself to sway from side to side. Letting the connection move from the outer border of your right hand to the outer border of your left hand. Now as you exhale, either coming all the way down or dropping your knees down and then reach the ground. Inhale, bend your knees and then shift your hips back almost like into a child's pose. Exhale, coming up onto your knees. Pulling your sitting bones back. Soft hands, like zombie hands, releasing any tension in front of your heart. Find a soft bounce here, widening through the sitting bones. Visualize your knees pushing apart without moving. Soft hands in front of your heart. Draw your low belly towards the back of your heart and gather in. And as your inhale comes, find resistance in your arms as they pull apart, opening your wings, resisting with your sitting bones. Exhale to gather in. Don't rush your breath, wait for your inhale, and let it inflate you open. Resisting with your sitting bones, and then exhale, gather in. One more time, inhale, expanding your collarbones towards the sky. Exhale, shift your hips towards your heels, hands down onto the mat. Your inhale inflates you onto your hands and knees. Exhale, lift your sitting bones and knees into downward facing dog. Bending your knees generously, finding a gentle bounce. Bending your knees even more, and then feel as if someone's pulling your sitting bones back towards the sky, finding length in your legs. Inhale, walk your feet towards your hands. Exhale, bending your knees, fold. One time flight. As you inhale, feel the inner fountain run up the inseam of your legs. Open your wings. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching with your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, closing at your hips, directly into your fold. Inhale, one time fly. Soft opening of your arms. Exhale, plant your hands down, downward facing dog. Bend your knees and then let your inhale inflate you into your soft plank, connecting with the outer borders of your hands. Then exhale, down. Inhale, bend your knees, lifting your hips towards your heels. Exhale, roll up and gather with soft hands in front of your heart. Inhale, begin to open, find resistance as your arms pull apart. Instead of just flaring your pelvis forward, resist with your sitting bones. And open. Exhale, gather in front of your heart. One more time. Inhale, Feeling the expansion run through the front of your body. Exhale, hands down to the ground, hips move back. Inhale, roll yourself forward. Exhale, lift your hips and sitting bones into downward facing dog. Take a full breath here. Inhale, walk your feet towards your hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, one time fly, like a parachute underneath your arms. Open gently. Exhale, fold. Pushing your big toes apart, feeling a lift in the inner ankles as you inhale, reach your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, closing at your hips, turn your heels out and fold. Inhale, pushing the big toes apart, allow yourself to inflate and open your wings. Exhale, hands down to the ground, feet back into downward facing dog. Inhale, roll yourself forward into plank. Exhale, all the way down to the ground. Inhale, bending into your knees, shift yourself back. Exhale, rolling up, gathering soft arms in front of your heart. Connecting to the bounce, connecting to the sitting bones, moving back and wide. Gather in and then inhale. Find that resistance as your wings open and pull apart. Exhale, sitting bones go back, hands down to the ground. Inhale, roll yourself onto hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees. From here, pull your sitting bones up and back. And breathe deeply into the sides of your pelvis. Now begin to lift your right leg, keeping your knee bent, finding an internal rotation. This might feel like the opposite, but rotating your thigh internally, let your right foot drop outwards. Bending into your left knee, pull your sitting bones up and back. Now keeping the internal rotation, slowly, without losing the integration of your leg, begin to lengthen your right leg towards the sky. So if you're trying to reach your toes towards the sun, reaching a little bit further. And then step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Wiggle yourself into your legs, drop your left knee down to the ground. Untucking your left toes, let your heel fall outwards. Finding a gentle internal rotation of your left leg. Connecting to your baby hands, you're rooted down into the outer border of your hand. Find a gentle cave underneath your index finger. Softly bend into your elbows. Now inhale, drawing your low belly towards the back of your heart. Lengthen your collarbones towards the sun. Exhale without moving your hips, only turning your chin in towards your chest. Draw your low belly towards the back of your heart. Inhale to find length, reach your collarbones once again to the sun. Exhale, chin to chest. Low belly is drawn towards the back of the heart. Soft elbows. Inhale. Find that length. Now bringing your right hand to your right sitting bones. And begin to connect to a sensation of your sitting bones pulling you back. So instead of just lengthening into your leg, resisting and really connecting to someone pulling your right sitting bone, finding length in your right leg. Push your right heel down into the ground as if you're trying to drag yourself forward. and then soften forward. Journeying along the back side of your hamstring with your breath. Maybe closing down your eyes. Connecting deeply to that feeling of your sitting bones being pulled back. Focusing more on the feeling, forgetting what it needs to look like. And next time you come forward, stay here. Tucking your left toes under and step yourself back into downward facing dog. Take a gentle wiggle through your hips. Now begin to lift your left leg to the sky, keeping it bent at first. Let your left foot fall outwards towards your left, internal rotation of your leg. Soft bend in your right knee. Now begin to pull your sitting bones back. Keeping the internal rotation of your left leg. Slowly begin to reach and lengthen your leg towards the sky. And then step it forward to the outside of your left hand. Wiggle yourself into your legs. Drop your right knee down to the ground. Untuck your right toes. Soft bend in your elbows. As you inhale, lengthening your collarbones towards the sky. Exhale without moving your hips. Bring your chin to your chest. Low belly towards the back of your heart. Deep inhale into the sides of your pelvis as you reach towards the sky. Long exhale, chin to your chest. Inhale, reach your collarbones. Now bringing your left hand to your left sitting bones. Shifting into your half Hanuman, a curious Hanuman. Pulling from your sitting bones back. You don't have to lengthen your leg completely, keeping a bend in your knee. And then with your breath, as you inhale, come forward, keeping your hands on your sitting bone or bringing your hand down. Journeying along your hamstring. Keep pushing your left heel down into the ground as if you're pulling yourself forward. Reaching through your sitting bone. Allowing yourself to explore. Feeling the sensations. And next time you come forward, stay here. Tuck your right toes under and step yourself back into downward facing dog. Bending into your knees, moving your hips from side to side. Bring your knees down to the ground. And bring your legs forward. Let your spine roll all the way down to the ground. Keeping your knees bent, grounding into the earth, the energy of the earth with the soles of your feet. Your feet are as wide as your hips or a little bit wider. Now let your right knee drop down towards the right, left knee follows. And bring your right hand to the inside of your right knee. Left arm, soft and gentle, up above your head. Take deep breaths into the side of your pelvis. Bring your legs back to center and let them drop to the other side. Left knee first, right knee follows, so they're staggered. Right arm up above your head. Breathing deeply. Bring your knees back to center. Let your arms, your legs slide out into your Shavasana. Closing down your eyes. And behind closed eyes, begin to look up. Without moving your head, let your eyes look up. Releasing your eyes back. And behind closed eyes, look to your left. What does your left eye see? What does your right eye see? Behind closed eyes, look to your right. Noticing what your right eye sees, what your left eye sees. Bring your eyes back to center. Behind closed eyes, look down. Noticing the feeling, the sensations. Bring your eyes back to center. Let your bones feel heavy. Softening your tissues, your skin. Softening your breath. Feeling the vibrations of the earth underneath your bones. Now journeying with your breath deeper within, into the garden inside of all of us. Letting the breath take you deeper and deeper. staying rooted within this place. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Begin to breathe movement into your fingers, into your toes. Maybe breathing your arms up above your head or to your sides for a long stretch. Let your breath bring you all the way onto your right side. Taking a full breath here. With your eyes still closed, begin your journey back to a comfortable seat. Grounding deep into the energy of the earth with your sitting bones. With length in your spine. Bring your hands onto the ground in front of you. Connecting to the energy of the earth. Feeling the vibration of the garden that's all around us. Connecting back to the energy. And here, take a deep inhale. And a soft, slow exhale. One more deeply felt breath in. And a slow, full exhale. And when you feel ready, begin to open the curtain of your eyes, letting the outside world wash back in. Thank you for joining us.